formed, a few people will get together, they will brainstorm, they will think through, and then they come up with thoughts. In case of WPU Goa, despite the MIT group having more than 4 decades of legacy of running remarkable institutions and institutions which have been widely known, we thought that we have to take a step back and think about how can we do it, how can we design a university which is meant for the next 50 years. Because an institution has a footmark which ranges decades, and it's not just an immediate time stamp. And that's why WPU Goa started with one of the largest academic co-creation exercises, where we held 38 visioning workshops. 28 visioning workshops were held across the country, and 10 visioning workshops were held in outside countries, which involved academics from those people, which involved industry experts from those places, which involved social entrepreneurs and so on. Basically, eminent members of the society and academia and industry. And what through these visioning workshops came out was then culled down, distilled into what we are talking about as WPU Goa. So therefore, it addresses all the potential issues that are there before us. We all know that the world that we live in has become very, very complex, beyond our comprehension at times. And to address that kind of education for this kind of a world, this is what we did, and the result is in front of you.
So what is the eligibility for appearing into various courses in computer science or different streams? So you will be taking international criteria or the Indian like JE or MHCT or something like that?
So the eligibility criteria are the same as for any university that is there in the country. You have to have the 12th examination, depending on the program that you are enrolling for. In case if it is engineering, then you need to have physics, chemistry and maths should have been studied at the 12th level. We have, naturally we are a university based in India, so the eligibility criteria are, and we are proud Indian university and citizen. So the criteria are JEE in case of the engineering program. In case of the other program, we take the scores from the other entrance test, otherwise we conduct our own entrance exam.
You can refer to our brochure or eligibility details they have been given.
So university is having
just one little confusion about World Peace University, because there are many World Peace Universities across world. Okay, so there are a lot of confusion. Now you have a MIT thing, and MIT World Peace University. So how that can be differentiated with those, and also you are carrying the UNESCO. So please tell me about UNESCO also.
No, so the UNESCO chair is a chair which was bestowed upon us as a university for the work that has been done by our founder, Dr. Vishwanath Karat. He has dedicated his life to the pursuit of peace. He has always felt that the road to peace goes through the union of spirituality and science. And that's what he has been pursuing all through his life and through his life's work. So that's an honor which was bestowed upon us and which the institution still carries today. As far as the MIT group is concerned, it has a history of more than 4 decades, and during these 4 decades, it started as an engineering college and today has branched into 5 universities across the country, and this is the 6th one that is coming up. So that's the genesis of the group.
So again, talking about today's future days, coming days. So now every Gen Z is looking something different. Now AI is also happening. And what speciality will MIT World Peace will give to the coming students?
The WPU itself is special. So if it is Gen Z who's looking for, if you are looking for average, then we are not the place. If you are looking for special, we are the place. and for the various aspects that we discussed earlier and what I spoke about, all those aspects contribute to that. Be it transdisciplinarity, which is, as you would have read, it's India's first transdisciplinary university. Be it immersions, be it the way the things have been organized as far as the curriculum is concerned, be it the academic leadership of the university, all of these aspects actually are unique in their own way, and they not only appeal to Gen Z from a point of view of what they will like, but more importantly, they are what we are offering is the kind of a solution for the complex world that we live in. Because we all hear the discussion that's going on around the world, including in India, about education, the future of education. But while there are questions, not many people have come up with answers. And perhaps we tried that instead of just raising questions or raising concern, which everybody does, why shouldn't we answer those questions through our offering? And that's where WPU provides.
The admission process again starts from when?
It's a request we have.
An excellent question, sir. Because first of all, parents, when they admit their child, they admit the child with respect to what's happening in that year. So if it is 2026, they will scan the surrounding and then say, okay, A, B, C or D fields are doing well and I should put my child in that. And not realizing that my child is going to graduate in 2030. So that's the first and foremost thing that WPU Goa actually kept in mind, because we were very mindful about the fact that which year the child graduates. To answer your specific question, is a 4-year programs. At present we are starting with the undergraduate programs, and in later stages we would also have postgraduate programs, which as per the Indian standards it will be 2 years duration. And these 4-year programs are being designed from this point of view that what the world might be in 2030. Now none of us are astrologers, at least we don't claim to be knowing astrology, so we can't predict the future, but we certainly can prepare for it. And from that point of view, to answer your second question, that is, will the curriculum keep changing? Yes, indeed, because curriculum is a dynamic thing. Unfortunately, it has been a static entity in the past, but I guess the pressure of time is such that if you remain static, you will be flown away by the forces of the nature itself, and therefore dynamic is inbuilt into our curriculum. It's been designed in such a way that it will incorporate all the future things that would come in over the years, and the idea is, and that's why it's called transdisciplinary. I guess some students are already here, so I can answer that question for them, because earlier the question has the degrees have been mostly linear, like in a pipe, you enter in one end, you come out at the other end, and there was an expectation that you do a 12th, you do a degree, settle into the first job, then you get married, you then get a promotion, you get a car, you get a house, and so on and so forth. Now that entire equation is broken. And that being the case, what is more important is what people ask today, anybody, is what is the problem you can solve? Are you able to solve a problem? And if I am sitting here today and I am answering your question, I am solving a problem of being able to answer a question. It doesn't matter what I studied in the past, or even if I studied or not for that matter, if I go to the extreme. So the point is, to solve a problem is the most important thing that is there, and that's what, when we say WPU as a transdisciplinary university, it means that we prepare you to solve a problem. Now to solve a problem, you should be also able to find a problem. Otherwise, what will you solve? If you are not able to find a problem, what will you solve? So we prepare you to find a problem. Just finding a problem is not enough. You should be able to frame a problem. Like our journalist friends are able to frame a right question in a right situation. Finding a problem, framing a problem, and solving a problem, the entire spectrum is covered by the WPU Goa academic system.
So, speaking about solving the problem, once our student goes out into the real world, he may have a lot of differences between the expectations of the companies and their own talent. So, will the university help them solve the problem while they are on the job? Is there any kind of a feedback system where the university also gets a feedback from the student and the company that this is the kind of problems that we are not able to see him solving?
One of the most critical aspects or the thing about WPU Goa academic delivery is what we call as immersions. Now, the trend has been, or the way has been, that all universities, they try to bring the outside world in. So they will get guest lecturers, they will do simulation labs. So basically everybody thinks like, this is my campus and I will try and bring in best of the outside world into my campus so it becomes available to my student, which is very good, which WPU Goa also will be doing. But WPU Goa goes one step further and it says that we take you to the outside world and not just bring the outside world in for you in a simulated fashion. And that therefore there are immersions right from the first year onwards till the fourth year. Like in the first year, when the year begins, the first semester, we take our student for a global immersion, so that it opens the mind, the eyes of the student when they see a world which they have never seen it before. And even if they have seen it, they might have seen it as a tourist, but not as a student. Then they do a rural immersion, where they spend some time in the rural segment. In the second year, we have social internship, where they spend 2 months with a social organization or with a government organization under some kind of a department. In the third year, we take them to the national level institutions like the IITs or the IIMs for a national immersion, what we call, for a 15-day period, where they are able to see the functioning of eminent institutions within the country. They also have a 3-month internship in the third year, so that they get the actual experience of working with the industry, within the industry, amidst the problems. And the final year, they also do a 6 months, what we call as the capstone project, which they spend time in the industry, work on a project and come up with something as a culmination of their studies. In between, we also do an internship an immersion which is in the Asian country, where we take them to a trade show. And finally, in the final year, we also, because we want our students to be not only good employees of a future employer, but also to be good citizens. So we have a immersion called Active Citizenship Program, where we take them to the democratic institutions of our country and show them how they function, what their role is in our everyday lives. And that's how these entire immersions are built in, which addresses all the 3 points which I said, that when they see the world, they are able to find problems that are worth solving. They are able to then frame those problems, and naturally what they study in the campus help them to solve them.
Sir, how did this thought?
To all media representatives, thank you for joining us today. Artificial intelligence is rapidly changing jobs around the world. Because of this, universities must change how they teach. They cannot just train the students for a first job anymore. Instead, they need to help the students get ready for many different careers throughout their lives. This was the main message at the recent WPU Goa Open House. The event brought together students, parents and teachers to talk about the future of higher education. The world is becoming harder to predict because technology moves faster than school textbooks. New jobs appears every day and old jobs disappear. Today, the best workers are not just experts in one small area. The future belongs to people who can learn continuously and connect different ideas. Students need curiosity and grit just as much as technical skills. Higher education must focus on preparing people for opportunities that cannot yet be predicted rather than training them solely for existing professions. WPU Goa is tackling this challenge head on. The university uses a special transdisciplinary approach. This means students do more than study just one topic. They learn to blend different subjects together to solve real world problems. University Vice Chancellor Professor Walter Leal notes that this method helps both teachers and students think outside the box. Through hands-on learning, industry integration, and global exposure, graduates gain the tools to lead and learn for a lifetime. This opens door to excellent jobs in both private and public sectors where they can apply what they have learned. Pro Vice Chancellor Dr. Ashish Bharadwaj emphasizes that the big question for modern colleges is about long-term success. It is not enough to get graduate through their first job interview. Universities must prepare students for the multiple changes, transitions, and new opportunities they will encounter throughout their lives. The future belongs to individuals who can connect ideas across domains and respond to challenges that do not fit neatly into the traditional categories. To build these future skills, WPU Goa currently offers several major programs. These include a Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering, a Bachelor of Management Studies with honors, a Bachelor of Design in Integrated Product Design, a Bachelor of Design in Communication Design, and a Bachelor of Science with honors in Psychology. At a time when families want clarity about future jobs, WPU Goa is focusing on continuous change. They are a new age university building a fresh way to learn, helping graduates thrive in a brand new world. You can find more information about their programs by visiting the official website wpugoa.edu.in. Thank you. Everyone, I am Dr. Rahul Dandge. I am Associate Professor at MIT World Peace University. I am here to represent MIT World Peace University.
I am Rudel Deshpande. I represent World Peace University Goa.
Hi, this is Dr. Jagrati Patil. I am representing MIT WPU Goa.
Hello, good evening. Dr. Ashish Pawar here, Assistant Professor in MIT WPU Goa.
This is Neetu Upadhyay and I'm representing MIT WPU Goa here.